great day. Cup of the Word. We're in Ecclesiastes chapter 5. And Ecclesiastes chapter 5 has two major topics to it. The first topic is the vanity of most religion. As Solomon looked at life, he saw that there was a truth that the vast majority of people are spiritual. There's a lot of religion, but the tendency is to recreate God in our image, to decide this is how I want God to be. And so everybody fumbles around making their own deities, making their own idols, which can't help them. And instead, what man ought to do is draw near to God to listen, to hear the truth from God about what God wants us to be. But most people don't do that, and that is vanity. And then the second half of this chapter deals with a proper perspective with money. He talks about the fact that money is a fleeting thing, and that stock markets crash and business owners lose their capital and they don't have anything to pass on to their children, and that the more money you make, realistically, the more money you make, the more money you spend. All you end up doing is buying a bigger house with a bigger mortgage, with a bigger property tax, and you live in about the same portion of that house. He spends a lot of time saying that, look, that is not the end-all or be-all. And he begins to hit on a topic that you'll see throughout Ecclesiastes, which is the joy, if there's any joy to be found in work and money and those sorts of accomplishments, it's in the journey. It's not in what you get. It's not in the dollar figure in the end, in the paycheck, but in the journey of enjoying your labor and enjoying the work of your hands and living in that moment and just enjoying it for what it is and not making it bigger than it ought to be. When we begin to have a proper perspective of life, that this world is vanity, it's just a short-term temporary abode, then you can actually begin to enjoy it for what it is, this crazy roller coaster that eventually leads to heaven, where our true contentment and joy lives and exists and waits for us. That's your Daily Cup, and we'll see you tomorrow.